What up, YouTube? This is Matt here, Team HOC, here to bring you a deck profile for the upcoming month of December 2010. Of course, November is almost completed, so I'm going to do a deck profile for you, try to get some content up on the channel. The build that I'm going to be profiling is a scrap build. I actually started a blog, so if you want to check it out, I'll put a link down there. The blog is pretty basic right now. I have a couple articles on there. One is a Stardust Blast Sneak Peek overview real quick that we did, as well as I did a card article, I helped with a card article, I should say, for my boy Invasion. He had me help write up a article for his blog. I actually posted on mine, and then we linked it over to his. So if you want to check out his blog, I'll put a link down there as well. You can check out his channel too. The build is a 41 card build. It's not the Decree version. I wasn't a big fan of the Decree version. I prefer the protection that comes with having cards, with having cards like Mirror Force, Bottomless, Torrential. So definitely decided to go with the with a non-Decree version. First, we're going to start off 3 Scrap Chimera, essentially the heart of the deck. When you normal summon them, you grab a tuner from your graveyard, so you get Beast, Goblin, things like that, and then you sync. You can only sync for Scrap Monsters, so you get your Scrap Dragon or your Scrap Twin Dragon. Next we have Scrap Beast. It's the main tuner of the deck. If it's destroyed by the effect of a scrap card, you can add a scrap monster like Chimera from your graveyard to your hand. So you go like Scrap Storm. You send your Chimera, you draw your card, you destroy him, you get your Chimera back. Next turn you can go Chimera into Beast. Or even if you've done that, like you've dropped him first turn, you go Chimera into Beast, get your Scrap Dragon. So next we have Scrap Goblin. The secondary tuner of the deck gives you, he's a 3-star, so gives you access to things like Black Rose, Arcanite Magician. If you have like Spy or Guard or Summoner Monk still face up. So it gives you access to those other synchros. He can't die unless he's attacked, or he can't be destroyed as a result of battle unless he's attacked while in face-up defense position again, and then he dies at the end of the battle phase. When he's destroyed by the effect of a scrap card, you add your scrap monster from your graveyard to your hand, so you get your Chimera. It's all about those Chimera plays. Unless your opponent has Crow, then they have you just generate the pluses. Next, I'm only running 1 Golem. The reasons I should say I'm only running 1 Golem is 2 essentially. One is deck space. Like I said earlier, it's a 41 card build, so didn't really have space for a second one because I wanted to run another card that I'm going to show you here in a moment to give me access to additional just shenanigans, I guess you would say. Golem is absolutely amazing. You normal summon him, special summon a Goblin, special summon a Beast, go into Scrap Dragon, Scrap Twin Dragon, or you can go into things like Stardust. If you have Level Eater, you can go into go Golem. You have Level Eater, get Beast. You have Golem out still, and then you sync with that. So you have 23 beater as well as whatever you sync for. So it's definitely an amazing card. Also, you can special summon a scrap monster to either player's side of the field. It's really good in the mirror, so you can grab from your opponents, and you can also send cards, special summon monsters to your opponent's side of the field, which all combos really well with the card I'm going to show you here in just a moment. Now, like I said earlier, I'm only running 1 because I'm running 1 Soldier. A Soldier essentially is a 5-star tuner. Drop the Chimera, get Soldier, sync into, you got immediate level 9, so you can go into the Chimera, or the Scrap Twin. Also, like for example, if you have Level Eater in your graveyard, you bring his level down by 1, so you bring him to a 4. You have the Level Eater in play. You sync into the Scrap Dragon, and then you have the fodder for Scrap Dragon's effect. Next card, card combos really well with Golem, as well as just most of the other scrap monsters in the deck is Searcher. You can special summon him if a scrap monster on your side of the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So let's say, for example, you have Scrap Dragon, your opponent goes Dark Hole, you get your plus off of the Scrap Dragon, and then you also bring out Searcher, so you have a defender as well, and it becomes additional fodder, sinking options. I had Mind Reader in its place, just wasn't in the end a big fan of Mind Reader. I think that Searcher just is a more versatile card. Yes, the Mind Reader with like Golem gives you access to things like Goyo, Bryo, things of that nature, but it didn't work enough for me to be a consistent like drop, and I wasn't running. I don't run 1-for-1 in the build, so I don't have a whole lot of ways of just bringing him out early if I need to. So yeah, that's why I'm not running the Mind Reader, but the Searcher is working out really well. I actually really like him. I'm running Gravekeeper Engine, so I'm running double Spy and 1 guard. I decided to not run the Descendant just because it just wasn't working in the build. I preferred the protection that the defense offers you. So, of course, unless they have Cyber Dragon, your monster is going to live. You're either going to get a plus by getting a Spy, or if you need to, a guard, or if you're going to, you can bounce a monster on your opponent's side of the field with the guard. So, and it gives you access, it's Spellcaster, so it gives you access to the Arcanite Magician, or you can go Black Rose. I had a Black Rose play over the weekend where I went Spy, Goblin, into Black Rose. My opponent didn't have any outs to it, and I did, a +4, I think it was. So, got the 1 Summoner Monk. You can get the Beast. You can Scrap Storm the Beast if you need to, or Sink. So, definitely a good choice for the deck. The Level Eater for the build is amazing. You adjust the level, bring him out. You've got easy fodder for Scrap Dragon. You got easy fodder for Scrap Twin Dragon. You also have other sinking options with like Beast, for example. You can get into the Catastor or Android if you need to. So, and then the 1 random Gores. The Gores is there because, of course, I don't run the Decree build, so I don't have to worry about Decree stopping my Gores plays. So, next we're running, for the spells, we got Triple Duality. I'm actually considering dropping 1 for a Trunade, but that'll be part of my blog information. So if you, like I said, you want to check out the blog, I'll be writing up some information on why I want to make some changes. And but yeah, right now it's running Triple Duality. Duality is an amazing card. So, and you just work around the the inability to special summon. Triple Book becoming a staple this format. Stops the big synchro plays. Is protection, it's offensive, defensive. So yeah, it's becoming, like I said earlier, pretty much staple. For the build, staple, triple, Scrap Storm. You generate the pluses with Beast, Goblin. You pitch the Chimera, you get the Chimera back, you draw. You generate it thins the deck, and you generate the pluses. So the deck has a hard time dealing with cards like Oppression or Skill Drain. It runs double MST for right now. That may change as things progress, but right now double MST is working pretty well. Scrapyard, dig for the Goblin or the Beast. Runs 6 tuners that are easily summoned, normal summon drops. The Searcher or the Soldier is I have the tribute from, but the Mind Control, I can grab the Raikou, my opponent's Raikou. I can grab their Dark Soul. I can grab their Fortress, get them out of the way to make big pushes for game if I need to, or sync with my tuners. So, Foolish. You have several targets in the deck that you can Foolish. Most of them work with Chimera. You go, Beast, Soldier, Goblin. Chimera gets them all back, or you can go for the Level Eater or the Searcher if you need to. Cold Wave, you need the protection that comes with Cold Wave. You need to be able to have a situation where you're not worried about, especially when your opponent goes, summon monster, set 5 back row. You want to be able to go Cold Wave so you can go into the big Black Rose place, break up the field. And it's also, it's a good card in the build. There's not much more else to say about that. Broken staples for the format. If I need to explain to you why they're in here, you need to go play Pokemon. Trap lineup. A double bottomless. I want to have outs to things like Thunder King. That is not book. So, this, removal, I don't have to worry about the Thunder King, the Cyber Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, the Dad even, it's just good outs. We have 1 call, You bring back there's tons of targets you can bring back in the main. You bring back, the Beast, Scrap Storm. You bring back the Scrap Dragon. You pop another, especially if like Level Eater. Let's say, for example, you bring back Beast. You bring out Chimera. You bring out another Beast. You sync the Chimera and the Beast you brought back with Call. You have then a target for Scrap Dragon with Call, or with the Beast, that you got from Chimera. So, and then we're running the, of course, obligatory, outs, Torrential, Mirror Force, Judgment. I wasn't a big fan of Warning in the build. It's a slower deck, so you need time to set up, and you don't want to have to worry about shaving your own life points to stop big plays. Your Scrap Dragon, your Scrap Twin, they do that for you, so you don't have to worry about having the warning in the build. Extra, we have a lot of Machina in my area, so I run double Fortress. Twin is just amazing. Of course, triple Scrap Dragon. Dark End. Dark End can be made with Spy, Monk, and Guard. So, Stardust, Scrap Archfiend, Black Rose, Arcanite, and then standard Catastor, Android, Bryo, Goyo. Bryo, Goyo don't see a whole lot of play very often, but they're there. And then I do make a lot of plays with the Android and Catastor. So. Extras for my meta, it will be changing. I'll post changes as I make them. Triple Cyber. I don't have room for a main deck Cyber, unless I drop like Monk. I may drop Monk for a main deck Cyber. I'm not sure yet. I do like Monk, and I don't like Monk. Monk's a horrible top deck late game. But yeah, so right now I'm running triple. Double Veiler becoming staple this format. Stops the big plays, stops the Caius, stops the Black Rose if you need to, stops the debris. So double Crow there for the decks that run multiple Avarices, the quick draw builds, the junk builds, all that good stuff. Double Eater, good for the Blackwing matchup, good for the X-Saber matchup. Was running one random Gigantes, he'll be dropped, so don't need to go into him. Double Nobleman, he will be staying. It's too good for the format right now. It's good stuff. Double Smashing, Blackwings, X-Sabers, Lightsworn, random stuff. And then right now one random pulling the rug. Like I said, we have a lot of debris. We have a lot of Machina, so it's there for those matchups. So that's the build. If you have any questions, of course, you can send me a PM. Like I said earlier, check my blog. I'll be doing updates. Check out Invasion's blog as well. I'll put a link down at the bottom. Like I said, I did an article with him as well. We'll be doing article swaps back and forth. As a matter of fact, I'll probably have him do a review of the scrap build I'm currently running, just as his thoughts on the build. Maybe see if I can get him to put a build together to play test if he's got the cards for it. I'll put a link to his channel as well, so check that out. We have a lot more stuff coming up, over the next couple months. Hopefully, we can get to a regional sometime in the next couple months, so I can get you some more videos there. We're at 775 for subscribers, so I appreciate all the people subscribing. We had a dip for a couple days. We lost a few subscribers. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. We gained a few back, so it's working pretty well. I'd like to try and get as close to 1,000 as I can before the end of our first year, which we started off in January sometime, I believe. We started officially posting videos sometime in like February or March, so hopefully we can get close to 1,000. I don't have the kind of backup from the big YouTubers, like M. Cole, all them, unfortunately get a couple shoutouts here and there, but just a bunch of guys from Idaho, so it is what it is. But keep checking us out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Like I said earlier, if you have any questions, send me a PM. Peace, YouTube.